Okay, so who wants to start? Okay, I guess I'll start. So let me share my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen?
No, on my
Yes,
side.
I can see.
Okay.
I think I'm having a network like problem. So it might take some time. Sorry, Chance.
No problem.
Chance, can I take this call? Yeah, now it's
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So we broke that level. I'm expecting the XY to come down here before we see a bounce. We've got support here. So yeah, I'm expecting a bit more for this week, and then before we see a bounce. Let's go to the weekly. So overall, what I'm expecting for the DXY is we're gonna, for the price to come down to this level, get a bounce here, create an inverse head and shoulders. I mean, sorry, a head and shoulder before coming back down to this one. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting for the DXY. Also, like I see that JPY pairs are trending in the market. So I'm going to be looking for JPY pair entries this week. So like from this zone, I see a breakthrough. I want to see some sort of a consolidation on the smaller time frame. Maybe like say the price breaks lower, create some sort of a bearish correction, maybe before making a possible entry. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to see some sort of a bearish correction, and then I'll look for entries from there. CAD JPY. So I'm also looking for a short on CAD JPY down to this level. Yeah, this is already a nice breakthrough, but I can see that the support zone. So what I want to see is like
sorry, Jensen.
Yeah.
I was saying sorry, Jensen. I'm back.
Oh no worries. Yeah, so I want to see some sort of a correction, maybe some sort of a rising wedge or something else, you know, up and down, some sort of correction forming and breakthrough this zone as well, and I'll look for shorts. But like this is already a nice breakthrough, but it's too early to short for me. GBP JPY. So we got this pricing wedge that broke above it, and like on the monthly time frame, we can see that we are continuously making lower highs. Okay, we're holding above the 200 moving average. So let's see. On daily. Okay, so on the daily chart, we have a rising wedge over here. So I'm expecting price to come back all the way to this zone 149.560. So we have a break of structure right here. So I could be looking for shorts. I will be looking for shorts at the retest. Somewhere there. I'll be looking for a retest and some sort of short. This is a 4-hour chart. Okay. So possible good entry might be this 20 moving average right here. We could retest this as a wick. So depending on what I see on the 1 hour time frame, I'll be looking to enter right there if I do get it. So we could get a wick touching all the way to the 20 moving average and then get rejected from there. Then I'll be looking to short. So that's my idea for upcoming chart for this week. And then yeah, USD CAD, we have this parabolic curve right here that's been going on since a long time. So I'm expecting a bounce from this parabolic curve in this support zone. So expecting some sort of bounce from there maybe. And then if we get rejected from here, retest, and I'll be entering another position on the retest of the parabolic curve, exactly on it. And then I'll be looking for shorts down to this area. So I'll be looking for some sort of entry at the touch of this parabolic curve. If we do get a break below, we test and then go lower. So those are my ideas for this week. Yeah. So who wants to go next?
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imran can take over.
Yeah.
No, go for it, bro. I don't have a laptop.
Oh, you can do it on your
Okay.
phone, like
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
all right.
I didn't prepare now really for the
Okay,
the
no
call.
problem. No worries.
Okay, but next time definitely.
For
Okay,
sure.
all right. Okay.
Sure thing.
Okay, let me just load my chart. Actually, didn't even do a proper, like maybe a introduction, yeah, because me, Imran, do you know me?
Nah, bro.
Actually, didn't make a proper introduction.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, okay. Imran, meet Sponjo. He's
Bonjo.
from,
Nice to meet you, Bonjo.
yeah.
I'm Imran.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice. Sure. Are you the main guy?
No. Achilles is the main guy.
Yeah.
He's also
Achilles is the
main
main guy.
He's also the main guy.
Yeah. The two main guys.
Yeah, so like we're just trying our best, man. So for me, like I was looking at the DXY, I think, and there's some like a few analysis that I made that, but they didn't really play it out so well, So yeah, let me just share my screen. Can you guys see?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet, no.
Oh, it's not yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I
can
can
see
see
now.
now.
I can see.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so this one is like a DXY. So I love DXY because it really gives me a perspective of the dollar direction. Hence, like it would be easier for me to really go through other stuff, other pairs that involve the dollar pair, that is involves dollar currency. So yeah, what I was expecting, like at the beginning of a week, I was anticipating that like as the price move slower. So as much as like I was overall, I was bearish. Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, bro. Can hear you.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So I was expecting overall, I'm bearish for dollar. Overall, that's an overall like bias that I have. As you can see, like dollar has been under pressure. So what I was expecting before, I was expecting a price that it might react at least on this support, but it just went through down just straight away. It went through straight away. So I took that as a break of market structure. So this really confirms that indeed we are on a downtrend. The downtrend has been like in effect, as it has started. As you can see that here, the price was reacting from the higher time frame, like the demand of your weekly and the supply of your weekly and your supply of your lower highs. It was reacting on the inner point of interest on monthly time frame. I believe actually you do remember the one that we were looking that the price might react exactly on it. So it did exactly that. I believe you'll remember this one, eh?
The Dr. Nats one, the smart money concept.
Yeah. So exactly. So we're expecting that the price definitely it'll react when it comes to this point, and we saw that, and it's dropping down heavily since. So my overall, especially when this candle close, this monthly candle, the last month candle. So we were just convinced that definitely we're going to the downside. And then, so what is it that I was expecting? I was expecting some pullback. I was expecting some pullback, especially maybe coming to this supply zone. So I was expecting that the price might do this. When it reaches this support, this strong low, as much as it broke this support, so I was expecting that at least maybe I might get some reaction, maybe to the upside before we might see that continuation to the downside overall. But it didn't happen, it didn't happen. It just went straight. And I believe it was propelled by that CPI economic data that came out, the consumer price index. It pushed it down. And then what now I'm expecting some reaction, especially maybe here on this daily demand, because I believe that the price now, I believe it's moving in an overextended like a manner in this case. So I'm expecting at least some level of pullback before we might see that bearish continuation to the upside, to the downside. So everything that everything like technically, because I saw your also your dollar pairs, the way you're looking at your dollar pairs, okay. So it really confirmed that definitely we're in a downward trend on a dollar. Hence, I'm expecting some little bit of pullback, at least when it reaches this point. It might not come, maybe it reaches this point. It might just come in a form of a flick and see that continuation. So this is my bias. This is what I see on the dollar index for now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then now and then I went for gold because I really love no, not for gold, Nasdaq also. There's some also like analysis that I did on Nasdaq, they didn't really play it out well. So what I've also realized that is that like as the price, what happens that when the dollar loses value, Nasdaq gains, like it pushes to the upside. That's what I've also realized. So this is what I've also realized about it, that definitely I might see that push to the upside. I might see the push to the upside. So this is what happened. Can you see that CPI pushed? It pushed what? It pushed Nasdaq to the upside, and it pushed what?
Yeah.
Your dollar to the downside. So can you see like they have a negative correlation?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing like that also I'm checking. And I've also had an analysis, I believe maybe it's 4 hours. I was expecting that in this resistance zone, we might get some level of pullback, but it never happened. So it broke up. It broke up. So now I have a new like perspective. As much as I know that to the upside, definitely that one there's no like a dispute about it, because the dollar is going to the downside. So I'm expecting it to push to the upside. So what is it that I'm expecting? I'm expecting that at least maybe we might see a reaction here on this, like for our demand. You know, it might not come now as early as possible, especially since it is broken up this one. So definitely I am expecting maybe these are the two scenarios. The first one scenario is this price might come here and see some level of what of a pullback before we move to the upside. So this pullback to the downside, it will be produced by that pullback on the what, on the dollar index that I'm anticipating. Now, this might not occur. The price might come straight up to this supply zone here. It can push up and then come retest it and then push to the upside. Because now I believe, like what I believe is that like as the dollar is losing value and the dollar is really under pressure. Dollar is really under pressure. So I believe that throughout December, from now throughout December, we might really start seeing dollar getting like this, like under pressure. So for Nasdaq, this is what I see. This is what I see. So I'm expecting at least that it will come maybe and retest this inner point of interest or this broken like resistance. So this is what I would love to see for me to like to really commit myself, is that definitely I might see maybe some pullback. This is where I might take my long here to this upside. That will be my first one. That'd be my first like my first thesis. And then if it comes straight and violates maybe this like this supply zone, I will really love to see it to come and retesting this broken like a resistance or a supply zone becoming a support now, seeing that continuation to the upside, as long as the dollar is experiencing under pressure. But I believe like now, like market will be kind of chaotic, especially like since we're approaching the election, the US election. So you might really see, you know, some funny moves that we don't really expect, you know, because you know, like elections, they come with a lot of like uncertainty, since you know a change in president can really transform a lot of policies, hence affecting the country's economy. So now like this is what I'm expecting for now. This is now I'm expecting, you know. And if Donald Trump wins, I believe that the market might really be, we might see a market like the market starting to really come back. We might start to see that push to the upside of Nasdaq being sustained. Being sustained. So yeah, for now, like this is really what I'm seeing. This is what I'll react if it really happens. You know, as we know that the market can do like whatever like it wants at the end. So we are just trying to really, you know, predict and work. We are reacting, in fact, based on what the market provides for us. So this is what I see now. And then I believe the other one that really, the other one that brought a lot of interest to me, it was this, you know, this like US oil, you know, US oil, you know. So what happened, like the market was in the downside, and I knew that this downside is not will not be sustainable, as we saw what happened with an OPEC conference. We saw that like they were intending with their intention is to lower their supply. They've cut on their supply with a 2 million barrel per day. So this means especially starting on November. So this means you might really start to see that push to the upside of
Are you guys still there?
I'm still here, but my network.
Can you guys hear me? I think something's wrong with my connection.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay. So basically the session is about to end, so let me start a new one.
Okay.
Okay.